welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing. We're gonna rock. We're gonna roll. Get real and bold. Come on, join the show now. It's about to unfold. Get raw, get real, get results now. We're the latest steel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. Get real, get results now. We're the latest steel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. In the spotlight, feel the fever. Every pitch and quest. Dreams are big, get bigger tonight. Push the limits, reach new heights. So grab your seat, don't blink an eye. 'Cause Friday night we'll touch the sky. And now, welcome! It's time for Friday Night Marketing Raw!
Bada boom, bada bing. Hello. Good evening. Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, Billy. Happy Friday. How's your launch going?
Not as well as I was hoping, but I kind of thought it might not do brilliantly, this one, because of the subject matter, because we all know there are, sexier subject matters out there for products. But it's had 30 sales so far. It's just not converting very well. It's converting at 5%, which is a lot less than those same format sales pages have converted in the past. So.
Yeah, part of that could be seasonal.
I'm one of the conversions.
So, well, thank you. That's very kind.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're right. It might be seasonal as well. There might be something to do with it. Certainly, if you live in the UK, you're not online looking at products to buy this weekend.
No one is. I mean, and that is like the whole of the, when we have a heat wave, that's a whole of our country, not just a part of it.
Yeah.
So
we're small enough so that one place gets affected, it's all affected.
Yeah. I had an online meeting tonight, which there's normally on a Friday 75, 80 people, and I think there was about 30 or 40 tonight.
Yeah.
For the same reason. For UK-based
just-
people, mainly.
Just too hot, isn't it? It's,
Yeah. The other thing I did want to ask you about, you're talking earlier about the little mini PC.
Yeah.
So the one you've got, what chipset is in it? Is it
I
an
can find out.
M100, 150?
It was something like an N505 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Not
No, it's a pretty old one actually. But if I go into my orders, I'll be able to go right to it. Hopefully, there we go. So the actual computer was a GMK Tech.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I've got a link to it.
Because I will have a look. I just need to. I want to know if that'll run. Because I'm fairly sure. Well, I've established things like the N150, 197, which are all very similar in for the kind of use I give them. Batocera, I reckon most of those will run up to GameCube without any problem.
Maybe not. Well, the newer ones probably would. Yes, the one that I've got, I would imagine, is PlayStation 2 and below, because it is that bit older. But it's not that much different from these things that run PlayStation 2 and below. PlayStation 1 and below, I should say. Sorry.
I reckon.
So you could probably load up RetroBat on it.
RetroBat. I haven't tried RetroBat.
It's the Windows.
Yeah, I was going to go down the Batocera because it's a really lightweight Linux build.
RetroBat's based on Batocera, so it's
right.
Essentially you just put it on your
Batocera
desktop.
For Windows, is it?
Yeah, basically. But these come with Windows Pro installed, so it's do you want to strip the system or do you just want to plug something in and go? It's up to you.
Yeah, I normally strip them. I mean, that's the kind of. I'm not even worried about if I can get one that hasn't got an operating system or you have to activate yourself. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm formatting it. So
yeah. Well, the other good thing about this is that it comes with an SD slot, which is bootable. So if you've got a bootable SD card, you can boot using that, and then external hard drives. You can get what you want for it, and that means that you load any operating system you want on it without having to change the base. Install.
If for this build, these builds, that it's just going to be Batocera Linux straight on it, boot straight into it. That's all it's going to have.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also got my other intention is to go build a bit more powerful, get a more powerful one, something that's running like a 5600G or equivalent CPU.
Yeah.
So you've got the Vega, graphics built in, and have that for running up things that are a little bit more powerful, because they will run. If you get one of those, you can run just about everything PS2 as well.
Mm-hmm. PS2 is a ridiculously difficult console to emulate.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
For that, what my intention would be to make it dual boot.
Yes.
So give you the option to either boot into Batocera or Bazite, which if you haven't come across Bazite yet, is a fucking phenomenal distribution for gamers. It it's like make your own Stream Deck type setup.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, Stream Deck runs on Linux as well. So
that's the thing. And if you get something
OS as well,
5600G type processor or higher, you're roughly running around about what a Steam Deck does. Now, I know you don't want to be competitive, but here's the important thing with that. If you're getting this device together, you want to be able to play most things. I'm not expecting to play a AAA title, right? But if you go with something that is about the same spec as a Stream Deck, everything in this works with Stream Deck category will work on the machine.
Well, that's the great thing about having Stream Deck and the Stream Deck OS. It's that there are so many AAA developers out there who are going, we've got to make this work with Stream Deck OS because it's really popular. So it's worth.
And if it works with that, it works with Bazite.
It worked with it should do. It should do. And of course that's good for emulation as well, because it means it makes the games easier to run sort of further down the line.
Yeah.
Steve, does it come with an operating system?
Yeah, it's got Windows 11 Pro installed.
Oh.
And I say pro because one of the things I wanted to do on this was remote desktop into it, and I just assumed it would have home on it. So I spent a good day or so researching the different remote desktops you can get, and I booted it up, and there it was, Windows 11 Pro, and I thought, oh, I don't need any of it. I just tap some numbers into my computer, and I'm logged in. It's it's very impressive with it. Yeah, and it doesn't do a lot, but it does what I need it to. Those little server tasks. The things that you want running in the background, where I could have that updating a website, for example, if I wanted to, and it could do it without having a big computer on all the time. It's not draining a lot of power. It's actually powered by a USB lead, so it's not taking a lot of power away from anything, and it will just sit there doing its job very quietly in the background.
Yeah, and I think it will also work well with media streaming.
It does. I've got a thing called Universal Media Server that I've installed on it, and that is serving what's it called, DLCH or something, to the TV that I've got, which is sat there anyway. So yeah, it will stream media, and it does a very good job of it. In fact, all day I've had LOLO playing on the TV because I wanted to revisit that. But yeah,
Excellent.
That's through the server. And at the same time, I've been able to use those hard disks.
Is it GMK Tech?
Yeah.
You're using? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, even I know you can get cheaper on AliExpress and stuff, but even on Amazon at the moment, you can pick up the N150 Plus.
Yes.
Which is an N150 with 12 gig of RAM, which is fine for this sort of gaming. 256 SSD, 140 quid.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That's the G3, is it?
That's a G2 Plus.
Okay. So how much RAM and stuff did you have in it?
12. It's got 12 gig of RAM.
256
SSD.
All right, so the closest thing I've got here on the G3 Plus is 16 gig and 256, and that's 130 on AliExpress with free shipping. It's not bad. I mean, you can pay more. You can pay a lot more. The G2 is from $100. Sorry, £100. Of course, it's out of this, isn't it? The one I got is now currently £78. Of course, there's been a sale on over the last few weeks. So I got it for $67. So shop around a bit, and those
something that out the box will be able to play GameCube. That's as high as I really need to emulate, which means you've got to look at up to about.
You've got to look at PS2 and Sega Saturn as well, and GameCube, I suppose. Really, actually, if you shot for Wii, it would definitely play GameCube.
Yes, I know.
So low-performing Wii stuff, you definitely get the GameCube stuff.
And most of the Wii games don't play great anyway because they're built for city controllers and all that sort of stuff. To be honest, when I was using a Wii, the most use my Wii got was playing GameCube stuff on it because it was just a faster GameCube box. And I
had the little controller thing that just was a normal controller, and it would play. I bought Mario. I was playing all the N64 stuff, the same stuff that I'm emulating. One of the reasons that I don't feel bad about emulating old stuff and downloading ROMs and things is because I've bought these games before, and then they shut the service off. So it's
on one like that. I think
it's their own fault.
Way. I think there is.
I think there is a level of income that a publisher has from a game, and at some point that kind of runs out. And with the Mario,
there is an unofficial thing called abandonware, and it's like a moral standard because there's not a legal definition, but it's that kind of thing. And I think when you've got things that the only way of getting the game now is to do that. Now, I support all these retro builds from the companies. Like when Atari bring out the new handheld, I'm going to buy one. I've got the C64 Retro. I've got the Spectrum Retro. So I buy those devices, which come with a certain number of games, but even they don't come with all the games you necessarily want or had when you were a kid. And you can't, one or two, like Elite, I went out and bought a copy of Elite. I found it because I wanted to have the book and the keyboard template and everything.
Yeah.
And then when I'm playing it, you go, well, this I've got proper license. Not that it matters. No one cares now.
I downloaded the other day Secret of Monkey Island to stick on my handheld device. And of course, I went with the DOS version of it because it's the version that I remember playing, and that's the experience I want.
Yeah.
And yet I have bought on Steam, it's in my Steam library, all of the Secret of Monkey Island games. I already have them. So I'm not doing this to kind of largely to get games that I haven't played. A lot of the experience I want is to replay the stuff that I enjoyed playing when I was a kid. And the only reason I don't have those is because they just weren't available anymore. Because you don't keep the hardware, the tapes are worn out. Consoles are breaking down slowly. Things like the Game Boy are already starting to see rot get into the screen. There was an article recently about somebody had bought it was an old stock of a case for a Nintendo DS, and it had just turned to mush because it was made with biodegradable materials. It is just not feasible for these consoles to run and run and run forever, and you've got to protect
built to be disposable. Of course they were. They were designed to have a limited life. The older stuff, a bit less so. There's something about the stuff that was built back in the day that it just soldiers on for quite a lot. The only issue you have with the older
this thing is now nearly 20 years old, and it still works. This is this is 2006, the original.
That was about the golden years. The early 2000s, they were still making stuff, building it to last. And that's when it kind of started going downhill from that. And then,
I tell you what I've been researching at the moment, because obviously I'm thinking of making a YouTube channel about this stuff. The thing I've been researching at the moment is the Nintendo, 3DS actually, and the subsequent new 3DS and 2DS XL.
Right.
Because they play everything. You can buy Japanese ones that are a fraction of the cost of the UK versions. I think you pay about £200 for a Japanese one, but you'd pay nearly £400 for one in the UK or in the States. You can mod it so that it's English. There are guides on there to show you exactly how to do it. Yeah. You can hack it so that you can just load ROMs into it and play everything from all the DS games all the way down to all of your Nintendo games, the Sega stuff, Mega Drive, all the kind of things that it would play. And yet you've got this thing which has got the dual screens in, which is what everybody wants. And that, what's it called? The Magic X 040, the new one that's got a taller screen in, that's meant to be the DS. That's the thing that got me thinking, well, that costs $70. Is that really the best spend for $70? What would happen if? And actually, if you get the original 2DS, that can play all of the original 3DS games, not in 3D, but it will play all the original 3DS games. They're going in CEX for about £60-70. So for the same price that you're buying this new thing for, you can get something that will do the same thing and play all of these games.
So you're thinking about doing a channel with these? You're going to focus on the portables, the handheld devices?
Handhelds and gaming in general, retro gaming in general as well, because I don't want to run out of content. Yeah. And I'm fully aware, because this month there has been nothing for me to buy console-wise. I got, which one was it? Chris, I've got so many of these damn things now. I got this one, which is the SP variant, at the beginning of the month. They haven't released anything else since. So you've got to figure out, okay, what are you going to do when that's happening? And I'm researching channels at the moment to see what's going on. I've got a channel set up which is called Mr. Stevens Retro Corner. Haven't done anything with it. It's just there, sat there. Yeah. I got a domain name the other day, which is actually going to tie into my next product as well, because that's going to be an example domain for one of the things that I'm doing. I'm genuinely excited about the next product. I know I've launched today, but the next one just it feels like it's something that's going to be just going to really be something special. So I've got retrogamecorner.com I bought as well, and I'll tie all of it together to put a YouTube channel up. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what you do there, because I'm thinking of doing a similar thing, but I'm more focused on retro on a console type games more than the handhelds at the moment.
Yeah.
Batacera.
I think what I'm really concentrating on is the experience of it. You know, so yes, handhelds, because you want to have the experience of playing the handheld, and what's the best one that feels like a Vita or feels like a PSP or whatever it is you want to emulate. Can you do that? And what's going to happen when you play these games? What is the best thing to play a DS on if you don't want to spend a fortune, or so that I think is more important, because actually the tech behind it, they're all pretty much the same process and everything in it. But there's other stuff around that as well. There are these custom operating systems. There's ArcOS, there's Newly, there's Rocknix, like you said, there's Batacera and Bazite. There's all of those things. What works? What's best for each console? Because I got this one, and I installed the the pre-release of Newly on here, and the sound isn't very good.
Right.
So that's something I didn't know about, because nobody's mentioned that in a video that I've seen. So that I thought that would be a useful thing. Plus that one and this one and the S36S, they're all pretty much the same thing. Which one of those is the best to get? Do you want your experience to be? It was all going to. So that's the sort of thing I want to make videos about, I think, because there are bits of the market that just don't quite cover that at the moment.
Yeah, there's a couple of channels I'm kind of watching at the moment for inspiration and things. One has been Chase Brogan. You probably come across him.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He does a lot of like make your own console and then what they'll run and so on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's a couple of other guys on there that are doing stuff. I haven't found so many doing the handhelds, actually. They are out there.
Well, they are out there. There are quite a few of them, but I think when you start to look at it, you suddenly go, oh, there's this, and then there's this, and then there's that. So let's see how do I find my subscribed channels? Okay, so there's a thing called Wolf Den, WULFF Den. Joey's Retro Handhelds, Aiden Walls, Tech Dweeb, Retro Game Core, any Retro Tech Dad's another one, The Phoenix, Ryan Retro. There's a load of that, and they're all covering that sort of thing. There's also a couple of other channels, Retro Ghetto and Gebs24. They're both channels where they're not focused on emulation at all. They go around all of the shops that sell old computer games and buy old computer games. Their whole channel is about them collecting old retro games, which is fantastic. It's really sort of interesting to see them build those collections and things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't got tons of money to do this with, so that's going to be another sort of section of the I have to do. Okay, well, what are we going to do on a budget? Because that's
this is
most people are in that thing.
So when I said I alluded, I didn't really want to say too much, but when we're on the live earlier, I alluded to other project I've got on the go. I've set a challenge, and I've recorded little bits. A lot of it is going to be mainly just like B-roll of the before and after and that sort of shit. I'm not going to, in the first one, I'm not going to do a whole lot of the process, because I'm still learning and I ain't got a clue what I'm doing.
Of course. Of course.
So, but you can go, I took this and I did this. Hello, here comes Stephen. Evan's trying to get in, but I can't see his camera. So when his camera comes on, we can bring him in. Yeah, he's connecting. Here we go. Hi, Evan.
Hi, everyone.
So bits of this, and
yeah. Oh well. I tell you what, you and I can end doing some kind of collab at some point in the future, couldn't we?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be excellent.
Yeah. But I actually want to also do a bit of the sort of what I'm doing is getting old computers that can run Batacera and things like that, but then making them look good as well. So they just don't look like a grey fucking box. So
sure,
I've got this Cooler Master 120 at the moment, which I'm turning into the X-Cube 64, I think I called it. Because it's kind of like it plays these various things. It's a mashup thing, and I'm going to have I've been doing the AI is great in it. You can go, I've got this idea. Can you do a picture of what it might look like? And here's my case, and I want you to just put it on. And I say, and bear in mind, I can't do anything really technical. So however it's connected has to be simple, and it'll go, oh, right, well, we can do that with zip ties and glue and it mocks up this picture, and you get I've got this going to have this sort of big cube that does all these different platforms, and then has an arcade kind of marquee on it, and some light up things, and and theme it out.
Awesome.
So but the idea is
show this to people
buy a PC
as well.
cheap, pimp it, Batacera it, flip it. Rinse.
Good idea. It's a good idea. I've got to show this.
The rules are I can't buy anything. I've got to have the money come in from the projects.
From somewhere else.
Sold stuff on eBay, but I've got to wait for the money, and I want it to be a legit, real, as if you're doing this with no other. I've been so tempted to go, fuck it, I'll just buy that, and when the money comes in, but I'm going, no, if you were doing this for real, you'd have all these frustrations. If you genuinely...
You would, of course you would.
So my whole thing was, can I take these old consoles I no longer use, sell them, get my first build, pimp it, flip it, rinse and repeat, and get up and build bigger and bigger machines until I'm eventually building kind of like a tabletop barcade entire cabinet and flipping that sort of thing.
Awesome. I've got to tell people about this because one of the things I've been talking about since I started making courses and things is video and how important good video is and all of that sort of thing. And the thing that comes up a lot, of course, is lighting and how expensive lighting can be. I bought this from AliExpress. It's a light. It lights up. It looks like a bit like a lightsaber, but these are used to sort of light up. You can see how bright it is. You can see how it's making a massive effect on my video. This was £12, £13, AliExpress.
Yeah.
Affordable lighting is right there.
Does that makes it like your glass shining could disappear or not?
Just sorry.
Like when me and Andy, we are wearing you see
reflections on your glasses. That's because the light is coming at the wrong angle, and you'll never get away with that on a screen. That's always going to happen. But if you want something where the glass doesn't reflect on it, put your light 45 degrees to you, and then the light won't reflect off it. 45 to 50 degrees depends on how you set it.
Because you do that 3-point lighting thing, don't you? Have your two
I
lights
hate this like really glass
some kind of backlight behind you. You know what?
But how about that's £12. So £45, you can get three lights that will do 3-point lighting. You've never been able to do it that quite.
And you know how you've already got a complete video course that covers all this shit. There's a brilliant right. Well, here's an instant fucking lead magnet to lead into that. What were the cost of those two? Right, if you need it, bought two of them and something suitable to use as a backlight as well. What's your total cost there on the
again? One of these. 45 if you just want 3 points, but if you want a fourth, would be £60.
There you go. So literally, the title is a PDF, and it's
because this does colors as well. It's a LED light.
PDF. 3 photos on the front cover of you of still frames of you in video using the lighting, and it in different colors or whatever. And then it's like how to build professional video lighting for under £60, all revealed in this free PDF.
Yeah.
That's a really nice idea.
$17.99. Get it now, and then that's it.
Well, the great thing is
well,
that
no,
people on the list,
there's a certain course,
and then you can upsell them to right. You see how you do that? It's not just having the lights; it's knowing how to use them. And I gave you a very simple 3-point layout in the free thing, but this goes into everything, and that way you've got that nice segue. And hey, I've just helped you get an entire lighting rig for £60 that was going to cost you hundreds. So you might as well throw me another $30 and see what else I've got to teach you.
We'll talk about this, I think, when the thing closes. But I do want to move on to doing something continuity based now. So, and that would still fit because it would still be, hey, join this continuity course and you will learn all this stuff and you'll get support along the way.
Yeah. People want, the
That's
one
better
thing
than
I know.
Tate's course, anyways.
Where I've been doing this research on these gaming systems and everything else, I also came up with the ideal spec for building out a Bazite box that would run everything that you could run as well as it would run on a Steam Deck, but on a big TV in 1080p. Obviously, a Steam Deck, you're only running 720, I think.
Yeah, I think you are. I'm not sure about the new OLED ones, but yes, the original ones are.
I don't think it was a bit. I think literally they just put an OLED in.
I think it's just your screen. I know they've done some stuff to it, but yeah.
Because those that have bought it have said, yeah, it's a bit of a swizz. It's the OLED's nice, but it's not. The other bits they've done aren't really worth the money. They haven't made a big enough difference.
Right. And it's still quite expensive as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Andy, how many of those old consoles you have?
Oh, here we go. The new Steam Decks are 1280 by 800.
Okay.
But still, if you're able to do 1080p, that's still an upgrade.
Right. So the idea. So I mean, and then I don't know. So I was thinking the other day, if you wanted, there are people that are trying to get into the building gaming systems and whatever else. If you made your base spec that you built, that you could guarantee everything Steam Deck listed would run.
Yeah.
And you could build that relatively cheaply. And then, bling it up and really bump the price up. That's where you make them. Because obviously you can't just make money on the hardware, so that's cutthroat. But if you can bring something to it, and it doesn't have to be stuff that takes hours. It can be, the simplest of things, putting it in a different box and adding some lights.
Yeah. This is one of the business models that people have got, is that they are selling SD cards that are sort of preloaded for your system with the operating system and a bunch of ROMs on there that you would have to go out and source yourself. There's a company called Kinhank who are making, just basically they're selling a hard drive, a really big hard drive with every game they could find shoved on it, and Retrobat on it as well.
Yeah,
and you plug that in, you press a button.
There's a jank companies like that make that one, that it's just like a ROM dump. But you know what? To save all the downloading, it was like £17 for a 500 gig drive that's got games. It doesn't have many GameCube, but it has all the lower stuff is on there. And
this Kinhank drive is 230 quid for a 12 terabyte hard drive, which is about the price you pay for a 12 terabyte hard drive anyway. And people who were getting them were opening them up and they were finding Seagate hard drives in there. So they're good quality hard drives. It's not the sort of cheaper stuff that you get. But they're getting all of these games on top of it, and clearly they're just flashing the drive once they get them and sticking them in the enclosure and then sending them on.
You've got arcade punks and people like that that have also got collections that you can subscribe. If you join their thing, you can download. You can download for free, but it's like on a shit site with so many adverts, it's ridiculous. But you can,
or you can go and make your own, which is what I'm doing.
Well, yeah. Well,
slowly.
what's nice is some of the nicer collections are already done for you in as much as the games you want. So then it's just adding a couple of things in them and maybe reskinning it yourself. But so some of those builds are nice to look at. And to be honest, most of the builds I'm going to do are going to fit on a 500 gig drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll do like an upgraded one that maybe has got a couple of terabytes. The most I would probably do is 2 terabytes.
I can tell you, because this is kind of where I've got to. If you have, I think every English, US, and EU PlayStation 1 game, it comes to around about 512 terabytes.
There you go.
5 gigabytes, sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not...
That's not bad, is it?
Not bad at all.
And then there's also a lot of stuff that's on all these collections that no one ever fucking uses. I mean, who the hell really loads up their Batassera and goes, I fancy a game of Donkey Kong on the ZX81 today?
Like Donkey Kong, they might, but yeah, there's definitely games that people would just never. I've got games now that I'll never
You'd
play.
absolutely play the Nintendo or the arcade version. You would not play the ZX81.
I probably wouldn't play the Atari version if there's another version available. I would go to the Commodore 64 version or Amiga perhaps, because those are my, early days of computing for me with those machines.
Yeah, if you find Sensible Soccer Atari version, I'll have to play that game myself.
That's easy to emulate. It's on there. Be on all of them.
We used to be total addict on that, like literally like 24 hours kind of playing that game for like between.
The other thing I like about emulation now is that although there are some N64 games they still can't get right, they've got close on a lot of the main titles that will work, right? And playing it on an emulator is a better experience than playing it on the original hardware now.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Handling all the upscaling and everything. With original hardware, you have to plug it into an HDMI thing that upscales, and then it goes into your HD TV. And by the time it's displaying the image, it's very blurry.
Yeah, yeah.
Kurt, you finished back from holidays? You come back from You come back from holidays now?
No, I still got plenty of holidays in front of me. I like holidays. What's wrong with holidays?
There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I just
you
wonder.
can't make a lot of money on holidays. I can tell you that.
You can make and spend quite a bit. If you're taking wife with you, you spend a lot.
No. I don't need her to spend a lot. I spend a lot as it is. Especially if there's slot machines involved.
Oh yeah, that's very big spending.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're in Vegas and somewhere.
Oh, and I was on a boat that had a casino, so that's all I need.
If you're in a boat, you're locked in, mate.
That's
Spending gets bigger.
with all the booze I could consume, yes, that's a big issue.
Was it true, like some of these cruises, Kurt? They like you play the slot machines and you get the points, and then you win another cruises?
No, you win Monday. They don't do the other cruises bit on the one I was on.
Right.
I was up almost $1,000 one night, and then my wife came behind me. She goes, my daughter's with her, and she goes, "Oh, don't worry, your dad will lose it all before the night's over." How prophetic of her.
But did you lose it or did you make it?
Oh, I was up 1,000 at that point in time. But yeah, it all went away. Of course, I played until 2 a.m.
Do you want me to tell you a trick on the slot machines?
What's that?
You never play slot machine and lower bet the dominations. You play always maximum bet, and there's always.
Oh, that's exactly what I was doing. Was max bet. Yes. Oh yeah.
So normally about 100 max bat, you should really get your 37 to 40% back, according to the algorithm, depending on the machine setup.
Well, that's just it. I played the exact same machine doing max bet the whole time. I put $50 in, and before too long, I was up 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and I was hovering at 9 to 950. And my thing was, we get to 1,000, I'm done. I walk away.
Yeah, you get like 500. 500 to 1,000 should change the machine really.
Yeah, well, I was hovering. I was at between 500 and 900 for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, but 3 to 4 hours on same machine is suicide.
Oh, it was fun. I mean, I played for, like I said, many hours, and before I knew it, I was many empty glasses in front of me. And no, just kidding. But yeah, just had a blast.
Would it be a good
on
idea?
$50? On $50, I was there all night long. So,
would it be a good idea use ChatGPT create like a machine algorithm predictability thing based on the machine make?
Yeah.
A little tool on a mobile app, then according to that you can play, literally just win the money in each machine and move on. Because every
they have them. They do have them online, machines online.
Yeah, literally, but there does need to be a tool in there that like you just put a machine, make a name in and say, well, kind of tell me what's the programming in here, what's the algorithm on this.
Well, that's just it. The casinos have the ability to set the winning percentages.
Yep, and they set
and
it
what they'll be
hours.
Is they'll be looser within the first few hours of opening.
Yeah,
and then as the day goes on, they'll get tighter. Yeah, it's all built in.
You want 2K online on a machine once, really, Tom? I mean, is it possible to win 2K in a UK machine?
Does your significant other know about that?
Does she want new shoes?
Did you spend it on new shoes?
Yeah, I used to really be heavy on this freaking thing, especially on the machines that generally you just want to make a wager off each machine. And you have a floating money to play around with, like $2,000 to $5,000 or £5,000 that time. So you look, that money is literally dead money. You play around, try to double that money. And as soon as you double it up, you take what you double, and then you keep playing around with it, basically with casino money.
Yep. Well, I went over and sat down at the tables too. I was at the. No. They had Baccarat, which I have no idea how to play.
That's a terrible game.
And then they had. They didn't have any casino, or they didn't have any. What's
Texas? No roulette tables.
No roulette.
Baccarat's quite easy. You put down some money. Yeah. They do some stuff with some cards. Your money.
Yeah, they steal your money in front of you.
That's how that game works.
I think it's majority they throw the dice, right, on the Baccarat.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't play it, so therefore I don't know.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know how to play craps. I know a couple of the things in it, and apart from that, I'm like, fuck that. That's just throwing dice.
Baccarat is like a little bit like Punto Banco, right? Like basically, it's kind of like you predict, is it bank going to win?
Those are two more words that you said that came out of your mouth that I have no idea what is.
And some casinos, like they have the tables called Punto Banco, or like literally the banker wins, the dealer. You bet on either dealer gonna win the hand or the players.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So it's literally always
advantage.
You are muted, Stephen. We can't hear you, mate.
Here's how tech's being used well. A Chinese company has built a bug-killing laser weapon that kills 30 mosquitoes a second using
Yes.
LiDAR and AI targeting.
Police soon will use that for protesters.
Yes.
Well, you
I-
only
I've
got to
actually-
scale it up a bit. But
Yes, I've actually seen those laser things, and I'm like, I want one. However, you really cannot see the laser beams coming out of them.
No.
yeah, but they
But
don't
you
need
get
be
to see
massive.
you get to see the mosquitoes get smoked though.
Going
That's
zap,
that's
zap,
kind of
zap,
cool.
zap, zap, yeah.
Yeah, they're using
Yeah.
that for drones dropping now.
Oh, before too
and then-
long, someone's going to reprogram them to start zapping humans.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, you can see where it's going. If you've got a laser weapon that can do that, it is only scaling it up and changing the AI to target whatever you
target,
want and
Yeah.
it's doing
Yeah.
it.
Did you see that guy? The, like,
AKA the
YouTuber?
Terminator. Du-du-du-du-du.
There's an American YouTuber, the kid like does this stuff in his mom's garage, like literally makes the laser, burns through things. I don't know if you guys seen that, like that kid.
No, I haven't
There's the
seen that.
backyard
seen
scientist.
that?
I watch him from
James Bernard.
Literally just buy off the shelf laser stuff from AliExpress and stuff, and change the stuff around, and the whole laser can burn through the like literally all sorts of things.
Do you see there was that YouTube channel at one point where all it was them putting different things in the microwave? And
Yeah.
And then one day they decided that they'd do an airbag. And so they knew that it would probably go with a bit of a bang. So they did take some precautions, but the devastation, and it went so quickly. Because normally most things sitting there going and nothing.
And then all of a sudden, yeah.
This literally, they pushed the button, and before they'd even got to the safe distance, even with an extended cord and everything, it was going kaboom.
They all tried to become like undiscovered.
Not all YouTube channel ideas are good, is what I'm saying.
It's true.
Yeah,
The things that blow up always good, mate. I'll tell you, they just get viral.
Oh, if you're blowing stuff up, as long as you know what you're doing, you're all right. You know, but the problem is people
But
go,
who
"Oh,
has
I know."
time to know what they're doing?
Well,
Nobody.
It's just, you find the thing, you go, can I blow that
Well,
up?
What this
And
will
then
do in the
that's it.
microwave.
Speaking of what you just got through saying, hold on, I got something to share. Now, keep in mind, this is not me. However, this guy used to be extremely rich. FPS Russia.
Oh yeah.
Watch.
Okay, so one last thing. Figured we couldn't make a video with such a high-powered rifle. That's blowing up a truck. So let's get a nice big explosion and some shrapnel going.
I mean, that's freaking close. Holy shit. That piece blow up against him, literally.
Maybe a
was
lot
the
of shrapnel.
door.
Well, I really like this rifle, I've got to say. Like I said, it's so compact. You can fold it up, stick it
Doesn't
anywhere.
miss a frickin' beat. The sucker nearly died.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did he know at that point that he nearly died, though? I mean, it happened so quickly.
yes, because that's the door getting ready to go right by him, and you can. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's it right there.
Yeah.
So,
Bloody hell.
I mean, they would have chopped him in half.
And then he goes like,
Oof. But what did he
That's
fill
why
up
you
the
don't
truck
focus.
with, though? To...
that's the only expression he gives
Maybe a
you.
lot of shrapnel. Well, I really like this rifle, I've got to say. Like I said, it's so
He was lucky.
Holy cow.
FPS Russia. He got
you see those
arrested.
moments, though, don't you? When a YouTube thing goes wrong, usually it's not quite as dangerous as that. But you know, suddenly when something happens in a YouTube video, and then you know that the guy is just trying to continue whatever it is they're saying, well, that's it. Just on a much more visceral
See, in
level.
America, we have this nice binary explosive, but it's a target called tannerite.
Right.
Now, if you look up Tannerite explosions on YouTube, you're going to find a bunch of them. One of them that I just saw not too long ago, this guy did something very similar to what FPS Russia did, except he jammed his riding lawnmower full of it. He was out to about 110 yards shooting. It would never explode. So he went up about half the distance.
Right.
And shot it again. The mower deck came off and sliced his left leg off.
Oh, nice.
Luckily, he had someone video recording. Luckily, he had the person with him that was video recording and put his belt around his leg and make a tourniquet and took him to the hospital.
Oof.
Another guy was using what was called slap rounds. A slap round is one that's got a little extra gunpowder in it, except he's shooting out of a 50 caliber BMG. The bullets are longer than my index finger and about as big as a round.
Mm-hmm.
And it produces normally 50,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. The slap round he used, they estimated was around 150,000 pounds per square inch pressure. It blew the rifle apart. The butt cap of the rifle smacked his eye, broke his orbital bone. A piece of the gun went into his neck, hit his collarbone, went down into his lung, and basically it shredded his jugular. He wrapped his thumb around his T-shirt, stuck it in his neck, and his dad drove him to the hospital, and he survived.
Wow.
I bet the
most dangerous thing I do is launch on Warrior Plus.
So why are we so afraid?
We
bet
can't
the
hear you,
leg
Stephen.
was hopping mad.
Oh, that's we can now.
Yeah, if you want to look up Kentucky Ballistics on YouTube, you'll find Scott. He's the one that did that. But yeah.
Did it cost him an arm and a leg at the hospital?
Almost. It almost did. Because this hand was basically, his fingers were all broken. Because this was the trigger finger. And he had protective glasses on. They flew off. But yeah, I mean, it was horrific. He spent quite a few months in the hospital.
I imagine he did.
Yep.
And then he went back when he got better. He went out and did it again.
He actually is very, very leery of 50 calibers. However, he's shooting much more powerful equipment now, like 20 millimeter anti-tank rifles.
Where did these guys get that?
He's not doing slap rounds. Slap rounds will kill you.
I think we should open up a safe YouTube channel, make it a gambling one where people can place bets, and we have someone on screen that goes, "I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1,000. If you get it right, you win 50p, and we have to gamble 10 quid, and it'd be a winner for us."
Hold on, I've got something for you on that. Give me just a second.
I'll tell you what, Steve. I'll make the odds nice for you. You've only got to work out what number am I thinking of between 1 and 4.
Can you make it between 1 and 3?
Okay, what number am I thinking of between 1 and 3?
Is it 2?
Do you want to bet £5?
No. They don't trust you, so I don't throw you.
Well, it's just as well you said no, because it wasn't 2. I'm sorry you lost. It was 2.365943 recurring.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Oh, hold on. Because what I'm going to show you is going to absolutely make your day. How many people like Chevy Chase?
Oh, I love him. He's brilliant.
I do too. How many people remember the old National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Family Vacation, Vegas Vacation?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was one for Vegas too. I'm trying to find the bit.
I like all the live ones as well.
Oh, Fletch. Fletch is great.
Do you believe?
Oh, good grief. How many years ago was this? 2016? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the
I
Vegas
had dark
one,
hair there.
Vegas one was quite late in the day, I think. National Lampoon films.
Oh, I'm trying to find it. 'Cause I used it in a Sasset. I made a small clip and I used it in a Sasset. And people had to guess a number. And if they got the number right, it continued on. If not, then of course
Wah, 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 wah.
they got to listen to this bit that I'm still looking for. It's in my videos that I've made. I cannot believe I have over 700 videos on YouTube. Can you believe that?
Yeah, you've been on there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see Kurt's collection on Pornhub. That's even bigger.
Prawn Pub.
Oh, prawn. Oh, okay.
Prawn. Yes. No, none of the other. Prawn. I like big shrimp, but I cannot lie.
There's Kurt on camera going, oh, look at that one.
You ever seen a pistol shrimp?
No.
Have you ever heard of pistol shrimp?
I've seen a pistol, but stop calling me shrimp.
Yeah, well, grow up. Pistol shrimp have the power of creating the power of the sun within their claws.
Oh.
What?
They can
Yes.
create the power of the sun.
Yes.
The
Because
sun
they
is
move.
a thermonuclear reactor known to, there's a crab that's more powerful than that.
That's great because when the sun
I'm
dies,
sorry,
we just have a crab in the sky.
Crab versus the sun. I'm putting my money on the sun every time.
What happens is, here it is. Here it is. Let me grab this real quick.
I used to laugh at
What
Quizmaster.
happens is in the pistol shrimp can move so fast, and because it's underneath the water, it rips through the water and creates an explosion underneath the sea because it's moving so fast, and it creates light every time it does it. And it's about 4,000 degrees when it does this.
Wow.
So therefore, it has the power of the sun in its claws. I kid you not. Pistol shrimp. Look up. Because you hear them in the ocean, you're like, what the hell is that? You're in the bottom of a boat or something.
Sun, though? If you got
About-
right, how hot?
About 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And that's why the Irish go to it at night because it's much safer.
5.6 thousand Celsius.
Which
Dang.
is quite warm.
Which is nearly as hot as this room.
See, we have
Yeah.
a problem with waste in this country. Send it up on a rocket to the sun, have it burn up. Done. haven't
No,
we?
just
I've
send them
definitely got a
shrimp.
problem with waste in this country.
Send them a
Mind
shrimp.
you, I have been losing weight. But that's
Okay, you ready for it?
Yeah.
go on.
Eddie, this place is great. They don't have any of these games at the Mirage. Pick a number. I'm great at that. Four. 7.
In the UK, we have this TV channel called Quizmania, right? And you'll be watching it, and some of the answers they could be simply what colour's the sky, right, on a clear day. And most people say blue, right, and they have anything but that there because they'll make it so complicated, the answers, that you can never win.
Because the ancient Greeks didn't have a word for blue; they always called it copper.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
No wonder all
name
police
research,
departments
right?
has
the copper and
has depression.
Well, I can't remember where it is, but there is in some obscure bit of the world, there is a tribe of people who don't have language for a certain color. I think it's blue or green. I can't wait. And they can't see the difference. Whereas you and I would go, well, that's blue, that's green. To them, they're both blue. And they cannot see and differentiate the difference. So it's obviously they're wired very slightly different genetic, through all these mutations.
I've seen that happen before, though, with, I do a design for a website or something and come back and someone will say, well, I don't like that blue. And they're really talking about the green. But because they've not really thought about the differentiation in between, what is blue and what is green. They haven't. They still think of it as
that's a type of color blindness. My father had it. He couldn't tell green from blue.
But what's interesting?
No, it's not. It's not just that. It's where the shades cross. And you can do it with any two shades. There will be some people who just can't differentiate between the two until you get to a big change that they've recognized.
The interesting thing is it randomly occurs in humans. You come across people all the time that have got a form of color blind. But this particular tribe, wherever it was, everyone,
they're all like it.
Absolutely none of them can see that color. It just doesn't exist to them like it does to us. Their brain is somehow different, or the neurons have connected differently because their brain tells them it's not important. So when it sees that, it just interprets it as the same.
They've been color
You don't see with your eyes, you see with your fucking brain, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's just electrical bullshit impulses. So. But I find that sort of thing really interesting. Makes you wonder how they would get on because it's some weird tribe in the middle. Probably never seen it, but if we gave them a Nintendo game system and said, because the blues and greens where land and sea, they wouldn't be able to see the difference.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, in olden days, there was lots of letters missing in the alphabet, right? Just over a period of time, they added this. People haven't catched up with the color letters.
Well, it got tweaked over time. Old English is really funny to read. You get a book written in the 1600s and something. It's all F's where you should think it should be an S. And
F is a double S, isn't it, in old?
That's right, yeah.
English.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
And then English made a
Thank goodness we adopted it and changed it. And that's what happened.
I don't know. I love the English language. Literally, like letter C is like it replaces S.
I love the English language too. I just found this Quizmania clip, which I just think is. I'm gonna. Do you share your screen, Andy, to share a video?
You have to present, but you have to do the tab in order and say do audio and video. So you're. You have to share the specific browser tab.
Right. Also share.
I don't know. It's taking me 29 years. I'm still learning English.
There used to be.
It's taken me 46.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm glad that we're leaving StreamYard. I think it's our last week on StreamYard, actually, Kurt, I think. Because of the latest update they've done today, where they just made it all square in Microsoft-like buttons and taken all the labels off, and it's just getting...
Children's playing with the toys.
Oh, right, hang on, let me add you in.
Yeah, this I found quite funny.
From London, sounding like a game show host, Chris. Hey! Chris, what do you do for a living?
I'm a policeman.
You never are.
I am.
Are you you're clearly the laughing policeman, aren't you? Warm night, warm night. Chris, welcome to Quizmania. Go for it. What you got for me?
Wanker.
Thank you very much indeed. We apologise for Chris from London, who clearly isn't a police.
Back in the day, this was live.
Yeah.
Completely live.
But the thing
It's
is,
stuff like this that made them put the loops in, which did make it like 20 seconds delay
that's
on
right,
it.
yeah.
But
We should just
yeah,
stop sharing
that's
button now
brilliant.
because I can't fucking tell on this. Is it the big red button, Andy?
I've stopped it for you.
That's so
That's
funny.
right, then. Thank you.
Then
By the
they
way,
didn't
did you
invent
see
that
the time,
beep
Andy?
number.
But they used to get all sorts of people phoning up and doing stuff like that, being rude. And one of the evenings that presenter was on, they had about 5 people
Wanker.
in a row.
Is this our last time?
On
Have
stream?
we already figured? Have we also figured out who, if someone else got their money? Has that already been done?
If what, who, why, where, when?
David Kirby. You already do David Kirby?
Oh no, we haven't. We haven't done that. We're about to go off as well, so I suppose we could, just because not for any reason people ever watch on.
Let's find
YouTube
out.
it.
Let's find out if he got his money back.
Has George Wiggins given David Kirby his money back yet?
Fuck. No.
But do tune in next week and find out.
Has George Wiggins given David Kirby his money back yet?
I love the
What
days
a load of old shit!
when we used to do those lovely videos for Billy Dar, and we were outranking him.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
My favourite was when we did it to a marketer, which I'm not going to name while we're on stream. Haha.